Hi Ritvik,
Good afternoon, sir.
Ramesh भाई सर्वर रहने दो. अच्छा ठीक है. Okay, so you have applied for SRE role, right?
Yeah. Actually, I got a call from some HR.
Sweta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first of all, am I audible and visible or not?
Yeah, you're audible and visible.
And my voice is clear?
That's fine. Yeah, it's clear, it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's clear.
we can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, Ritvik. So let me start with my introduction and then we can move on to yours. Okay. So, I am Amrish, I am 2018 passed out.
2008.
I have been
Wait.
18.
2018.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
Uh, I have been working with Logica for like 2.5 years,
Okay.
and this is my second company. So, I work as backend developer here. I manage the sorting. So that's about me.
Okay.
Uh, maybe you can start with your introduction, and then we can move forward.
Okay. So, I am a 2016 pass out from Gurgaon Institute of Technology and Management. So till now I have worked with
Yeah.
four of the companies, which includes HCL Technologies. And so in HCL Technologies, I started my career in desktop support. And after that, I moved to a project which was a DBR project. It was a US based project in which I was technical support engineer. And after that, I pursued CCNA and I was back in operations in HCL Technologies only, where I used to support
Okay.
the L1 level of the network. Right. And then I did pursue CCNP, and then I moved to Cisnet Global Technologies as a full-time network engineer. So there I worked in two projects. So one was SME and one was value support, in which my task was to guide the field engineers which were distributed pan India. So there were 6,000 of them. So
Yeah.
around 1,000 of them were network engineers, and other were desktop and server engineers and printer engineers. So my domain was the networking there, and apart from that,
Okay.
internal operations I used to also look after. After that, I joined KMG IT Services, in which there was more of a server related stuff, and soon I joined that company. So after that, the cloud work was introduced there. So internally, since it was a software development company, so I was participating in software related stuff and whatever their deployment requirement were. Based on those projects, I used to contribute where I could. Other than that, they had clients like Amway and Hughes, so they were also deploying cloud. So I went there as a deputation engineer and deployed whatever their requirement was, and was a part of their cloud team. After that, I moved to Amdocs. So in Amdocs, my project was, there were two projects. One was cloud migration program, in which there were 7,000 applications which belonged to AT&T. So 4,000 of them were supposed to be migrated to Azure cloud, and then the contract was distributed amongst five companies. So one was Amdocs, one was Accenture, IBM, Microsoft, and one other. So there were 8 to 9
Okay.
steps in the migration. I mean, application migration. So I was part of 10 applications, in which 5 I contributed, and 5 end-to-end migrations I did. Other project was BSSC project, in which the artifactories were added to the Nexus repository, and in the morning time we had a meeting with the QE team, and QE team used to give us the one document, and according to that we had to do the changes in the bit bucket. So in bit bucket, basically all the required changes were done, and the Jenkins pipeline was triggered manually, one in the morning time and one was in the afternoon. And in the Scrum meeting, we used to share the status. So that's the overall experience of mine. So in total, it's 6 years of experience, in which little bit of programming is there, and majority of it is the IT infrastructure. So regarding the cloud work, many of the folks are asking me for the programming part. So after I join somewhere, I am planning to go for Python automation programming. So that's my future
Yeah.
goal. And in the past, I have worked mainly on IT infrastructure. So if I talk about site reliability engineer, so I am a hardcore DevOps engineer. So SRE is all about more of performance based. So after the DevOps engineer deploy anything, or let's say my project was there in which I did migrations. So after that, the SREs will continue for the modernization and optimization of tasks, plus monitoring part is there. So
Yeah.
to test the performance, so various kind of monitoring tools are there. One is Nagios, Prometheus, Grafana, and modernization and optimization means to optimize the tools, use less and less number of resources, and take more out of that application. That's the SRE role.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. So our requirement are slightly similar to like what you have worked on. Like we want someone who is hand on DevOps. Also, we want someone who can like set up CI/CD monitoring and maintain uptime of systems. Okay. We want someone who can automate and lead a team, lead a SRE team, has some leadership quality. Okay. So we want someone of that nature. Okay. So like obviously if you want to automate, then obviously we are looking for programming part as well, because if you want to automate something, like there has to be some programming part.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So obviously we are looking for that as well as like platform, like how vastly knowledgeable you are, like comfortable with Docker, Kubernetes, Grafana, like things like Circle CI, or like this kind of, or like AWS, this kind of things. So what all things are you comfortable with? That's also we are looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
So let me let me start. Okay, so this is your first round, right, Ritik?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So what we're gonna do is that we are gonna start like with simple things. Okay.
Yes.
Let me start with a simple, like I will start with programming. Okay. Because that's the first thing that we're looking. Because automation can do that. So just give me a time. Let me share you a CoderPad link. Okay.
Which link?
Find my CoderPad link. CoderPad, like a link in which you can code and I can see like things like that. Okay.
So I will try, but in programming I am not that much, because automation scripts I used to write back in KMG. In Amdocs it was not required. So which kind of programming?
Okay, you have not.
Okay, but you can share that link and I can tell you the logic.
Yeah, that logic is also fine. Okay. So
I have one question. Which kind of programming you are going to ask?
a simple programming, like add some numbers, or
Okay.
if there are logs, then like can you figure out some things in that, this kind of things.
So I have got the link. CoderPad.
Okay. Okay. You can see it. Okay. So let me start with a very simple question. Okay. Like currently, like I've selected Bash. You can select anything. You can select any coding language. You can use Bash. You can use Python. You can use anything that you want. Okay. There are a lot of options here in CoderPad. Okay. So like if you want to use like whatever you want to use. Okay. So let me write the question. And you can do Google searches if you want to look up syntax and things.
No.
Okay.
So first thing
Fine.
is that the different languages have different types of syntaxes. I will tell you the logic.
Okay. Like, do you have any, like, can you put in any language? Like, doesn't matter. Like, any language you can, like.
Yeah. But actually, what happened is, for the last 1 year, I am not in touch with the programming. But I will tell you the logic. So an array is something
Okay.
in which you write the square brackets, and in there you can take anything, either integer or string. So we will take two. You have given me the number, so we will take int1 as a number and int2 as a number, and in sum means it will be sum, not sum. So let's say if I write int is equal, I am telling you the basic because I am not in touch, but for this I need a logic. In our college time also we have made such type of calculators. In C++ you might have made a calculator. Hello.
Yeah.
So here we will take integer because string we cannot take. So at the back end the compiler will take that this is as an integer, and then we will sum is equals to a plus b. So this will be the logic of it. And if I talk about the array, so array is something in which we write irrespective of the syntax, and in the square bracket a comma b comma c. So these kind of this, so this is an array. So this will be the logic to print the two numbers. And if I talk about the non-array, then we will take two variables and the sum is equal to, and after that we will write print and sum of two numbers, and then we will call it sum of two numbers is like that. Please don't mind the syntax. Right now I don't remember.
Yeah.
And in Python scripting I am planning to learn after I join area somewhere. So that syntax I don't know.
Okay.
I know the shell scripting syntaxes very well. So in that way
You can like if you know the shell scripting syntax as well, then you can shell script this thing.
Yeah.
You
In
can
shell,
shell
in shell
as well, right?
scripting also it's more or like same, but because it will run in the shebang environment, because the shell needs to know which. So there is one syntax as far as I remember, $, and then bin bash. So when we write this command, so the shell comes to know that we are writing the shell script, and after that we will write the chmod +x command, and then dot /, and then we will write the file name, and that will execute. That's the shell, and this is a simple syntax, right?
Okay. Yeah, but like I understood that like you can write this way, but if you like I'm saying like if you like can you take a number as input in shell script? That's my question. Do you know the syntax? If you worked on shell script, then you must have taken inputs from terminal, right? In shell script. Like do you know the syntax for that?
Syntax for what?
Syntax for taking numbers as input in shell script.
So this is the syntax.
Mm, will this work?
No, we
I
will.
don't think this will work. It will. Can you run? Try
So
to run this.
I have
Can you
one.
explain this?
So I have one question. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this one. This one.
so this
This
job
one.
requires
This one might.
this job requires a hardcore automation engineer, or infra part is also there.
Yeah. Infra part is also there, but it requires automation. It requires automation as well.
Oh, wait.
It requires automation as well.
Okay.
We
Okay.
want someone with. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay. So can you tell me okay? Can you okay? Let me ask you this thing. Okay. If you are given a file,
Mhm.
can you write a command to find all the lines of that file that contains end in it? End statement. Let's say that you have been given a file. You have to write a command which will run on like terminal that will find all the lines which contains end in it. Can you write a command?
For that,
Go ahead.
we will have to include the Linux and to filter any command. So whatever you write, and after that you put the piping command, and then use grep. After that, yeah, whatever like you said end. So in this way, the
Okay.
programming will go.
Like there is like text is but you have not you are given a file. You are not given the content of that file. You are given a file.
Hmm.
You are given a file. Like let's say the file name is input.txt. Okay. So you have to filter out lines from that file which contains AND in it.
So this though I have not done. Sorry.
Do you know cat command?
Yeah,
Cat.
cat command is something which is used to either display or append anything in Linux.
If you do cat command on a file
Hmm.
and then pipe it into a grep, will that work?
Yes, it can work.
So like that's what exactly what I was right. Like basically what I was wanted to ask, like when you become a software engineer, you have to like let's say there is a PI, okay?
Hmm.
Then you need to look into logs to figure out things, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
will need to look into logs to figure out and read our code to understand that what is the issue, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's why I'm asking like if there's a log file that you have and you want to figure out some things, then you need to use these commands, right?
Oh. Yes.
So
So
it
this
should be
part
handy with you.
I am not very much into touch for the last 1 year, because in my previous project I used to write the Terraform codes and migrate applications. So this programming part I need to. So I have one question. So if I want to learn the Python as a layman, if I ask you that I am willing to learn the Python scripting, so
Yeah.
which platform should I refer to? The best platform according to you?
I would say realpython.org is good enough.
Wait. Python.org.
Realpython.org. I think that realpython.org. I think. Uh, uh, Basically, it's text. Yeah, realpython.org. Yeah, I did correctly.
Okay. So this will teach me the Python scripting or the Python as a programming language.
Python is a programming language as well.
Oh,
Let me give you a link. Let me give you a link. In fact.
yes. Because let me tell you frankly, I have given SRE interviews back in. So Wipro rejected
Yeah.
me because I am a hardcore DevOps engineer, not a programmer. And in other, they were also
Yeah.
asking for the programming part. So I think I will have to go
Fact.
in thorough way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
please
think.
share me the link. I will study on my own. Personal help I am asking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sending you a link. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I think. I think we needed someone like who had like you can apply it later. Like once you have some programming background, then you can
Okay,
ask for
okay,
that again.
okay, okay, got it. But
But right now, I think.
as a automation engineer, and I am as a layman, I am asking you to that I want to pursue. So from where you learned programming basically?
In college.
Okay, in college you learned. Okay. Because what happened to me was in 2016, actually, I got placed in networking domain. So I was basically my expertise is in infrastructure part. That's the thing.
Understood that. Like, but our requirement is slightly
Okay, okay.
different from the set
Oh,
of tool sets that you have.
okay, okay.
Like,
So,
if we're looking for DevOps, I think you would have a perfect fit. But we are looking for slightly. We're
uh,
looking for someone like with some programming background. Basically, we would expect you to read our code, understand our code, and debug our code.
oh. So
Some PI thing.
Python.org, realpython.org is one, and
Learn
please.
Python. I've sent it in the Zoom chat. Learn Python.org. I have sent some link in the Zoom chat.
Okay, thanks.
That can follow.
Yeah.
Like that is pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
Okay, 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 okay.
That's hands-on as well. So
So
you
after how
understand.
much time I can apply back to Logic Hub? I mean, there is a buffer time of six.
You can apply back. You can apply back after one month or like you can apply after 1 month, I think.
Okay. And real time scenarios for practice from where I will get to learn?
You can use any sites, interview bit, lit code, code forces, any site would
Okay.
work, right?
Okay. Okay. So thank you for guiding. I will get in touch with programming part as well. So SRE is something
Yeah.
where that is more of performance based. So as an SRE, I don't have any experience. As a DevOps engineer, I was more into like JSON, YAML, and Terraform code.
Yeah, understood. Like in fact, managing AWS, things like that,
Okay.
but not like after like it fails, like then debugging it, like that is not your expertise, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,